about ready to go here. A pivotal SSAC matchup, especially for Faulkner here, between the Eagles and the Redhawks. The last time these two teams will meet in the SSAC regular season. Starting lineups for Faulkner. In goal, Caio Collado. Gabby Costa at left back. Center back pairing of Reese Sakiri and Matias Mello. Gabino Marin at right wing. Evair Jr. is a defensive mid. Guilherme Mondaini in the midfield as well. David Cha starts out on the left wing. And almost a 4-2-4 kind of formation for Faulkner. Dave Chesterman in the middle with Pedro Mora as your middle pairing. And Johnny Doan gets to start at right back. Foul quickly taken. Cross comes in, poked away, can't clear it. Eventually sent away by Chesterman. Redhawks, much like their female counterparts, starting with an early burst here. Shot end up saved by Collado. That shot coming. Let me grab the right roster here. Coming from Alex Kozlowski. Chesterman just wide. The starting lineup for the Redhawks. In goal, a junior goalkeeper from Venice, Italy, Francisco Zanin. Juan Yepes, Harold Soledad, Mario Lopez, Renia Neer, Drew Bradford, Alex Kozlowski, Brandon Hillis, Non Thang, Miguel Tizapa, and Joseph Hittenreger. Both teams fighting for playoff positioning in a tight men's side of things. Is a lot of teams vying for those last couple spots. Mondaini lays it off, looking for Doan, can't find him, out by Sulland. A lot of different countries represented here in this starting lineup. Have Italy, Norway, Colombia, Spain, Israel, Austria, USA, Myanmar, Mexico City, all on the Martin Methodist starting lineup. Faulkner, conversely, has a lot of Brazilian influence, as well as an Englishman, an Irishman. A South Korean. No Argentines in the starting lineup. For Faulkner, Mondaini, outside foot, looking for Cha. He shielded out for a goal kick. So a ton of different nations all converging on one field here on John Mark Stallings Field at Billy D. Hillier Stadium here in Montgomery, Alabama, on the campus of Faulkner University. For an SSAC matchup on this Halloween night. Costa pops that high and long. He headed back to the goalkeeper. Had to make a good catch on it. Chesterman a little slow to get up. A bit of a collision with him. Like with the women's game, it's interesting to see how each of the men are handling the cold here. Some in long sleeves, some wearing gloves and long sleeves. Guilherme Mondaini wearing like a turtleneck of some sort. Will come up over his face as well, should he want to bring it up. Then a lot of guys just toughing it out. Throw in coming in for Martin Methodist on the far side. Header won by Mello. Matthias Mello returned back to the lineup this past weekend against William Carey. It was really good to see him come back. Battled a really tough injury. Suffered against Talladega. And it kept him sidelined for several months. Or for several weeks, almost a month. And was unsure if he would be able to play again in the senior season, but the original back line back for Faulkner right now, they started the season with, went on that 5-0 run with. 5 straight wins to open up the season. Martin Methodist working around this outside. Mario Lopez. Lopez drops over to Yepes. Back to Lopez. Up ahead, broken up by Doan. Settled by Solland. Solland, diagonal ball, great effort. Centered up for Thong. Chaw. Can't find Mora. Martin Methodist coming with it the other way. Pops up over the defender. Still just trying to find that number. That was number 10, Keselowski. Chesterman chopped down. Draws the foul. Mulnaini stands over this one. Doesn't have a multitude of options right now up in the middle. Matthias Mello charging forward. Faulkner lining up on the far post. Mulnaini sends it in. Headed center by Mello. They win a goal kick out of it. Well done. Or a corner kick out of it. Well done by Faulkner. Mulnaini on his horse to get over there. Set it up and all but 3 players up for both teams. Quickly taken. Mulnaini ends up finding it. Cuts to the outside. Blocked out for another corner. Faulkner played short last time. Will they play long this time? Don't have any short options as of now. Whips in, outswinger looking, headed away by Solland. Here comes Lopez. Mario Lopez, the junior from Spain, sends it long. Colado's got to be careful out of the box. Had to head it away. Kicked away by Costa, but sent back in. Martin Methodist regains possession. Good one-touch passing. Another diagonal ball coming over now for Lopez. Overlap looking for Tizapa. Lopez the throw in. Lopez blocked by Mello. It'll be a throw in right at the flag. Thong turns it around. Popped up high by Roy Neer. Out for a goal kick. Collado sends it downfield. Martin Methodist wins the header. It will be settled by Drew Bradford. Bradford from Fayetteville, Tennessee. Another throw in coming up for Martin Methodist. So I'm a little bit further down the pitch. Again, it's a freezing night here in Montgomery. Kallstedt's intercepted by Neer. Martin Methodist comes away with it. Chesterman with some pressure taken away. Zakiri ends up winning it for Faulkner. Molnaini looking for Mora. Flicked on, but Zanin is there. No threat from Faulkner there. The native of Venice sends that. And Johnny Doan takes a hard hit high. And they'll discuss what went on here. Calling over the center referee is the assistant. Martin Methodist head coach Chris Leonardi coming over. And nothing says the referees. Shaw to Junior. Junior drops to the center back Zakiri. Little triangle passes. Costa with the through, looking for Pedro Mora. Out. And making the stop is Francisco Zanin. Zanin puts the ball down. Boots it forward. Strong leg on the Italian. Mello hits the ground. Draws the foul. Molnaini plays it short to Matias Mello. Mello with a nice turn. Shaw providing quick pressure. Still another really good kick by the Italian. Mishit by Heitenberger. Throw in for Faulkner. Out for another Faulkner throw. 32-15, 14 remaining now. Faulkner currently sitting at 1 point in the SSAC standings, but not far off of pace. They will need some good results here, however, to make that 6th spot. Got a couple big games. You have 2 games at home, and by my estimation, they'll need probably about six or 7 points out of these next three matches. One on the road to Middle Georgia in order to make the playoffs. And keep an eye on some scores around the SSAC as well throughout the contest. Throw-in coming up for Martin Methodist. The Redhawks also probably doing a little bit of scoreboard watching. It pokes free to Lopez. Lopez blocked by Marin, out for a corner. Good defending by Gabino Marin. Dalton stayed up early on Bethel. Corner kick coming in for Martin Methodist. Trying to see, I believe that's Lopez on the far side. Headed and stopped by Collado, poked back out into play. Collado clears the initial effort, but not out of danger yet. Chesterman gets it that way. A tremendous diving save by Caio Collado. Faulkner sparks the counter. Here's Johnny Doan on the right side. Doan with a lot of space. He has a runner in the middle. Doan with the cross looking for Chaw. It gets past to Chesterman. Chesterman can't get to it. Great defense from Francisco Zanin. makes a crucial stop. A brilliant build-up from Faulkner. Junior commits the foul. Alex Kolislawski. Marin pulls back. Will recycle to his goalkeeper. Headed away. And a sub coming on for Faulkner. That'll be Federico Frale for Johnny Doan. Doan is fired up. A tremendous shift and for the sophomore from here in Montgomery. Doan doesn't get starting opportunities very often. It created a fantastic chance early. Frale. A really intense environment here so far. Faulkner gets the throw. Marin looking for Chesterman. Chesterman sends in a cross, headed away, back to Chesterman. Almost found its way to Frale. Cha heads it back in, popped up high, a corner kick coming up for Faulkner. Johnny Doan has started just now three times on the season. Mondaini sets up. Looks to send it an in-swinger, has Frale as a short option. Looking far post for Junior, can't get his foot quite to it, goal kick coming up. A lot of sarcastic cheers for a goal as the goalkeeper's looking for the ball. Rolled a little bit past him there for the goal kick. Zanin kicks it. Throw in coming up for Martin Methodist. Out for a Faulkner throw now. Costa finds Chesterman. One touch back to Costa. Centering pass, nobody there. Quick switch for Martin Methodist. Junior recovers. Mario Lopez wins the second, however. Coming down the outside looking for Thang. Thang versus Akiri. Thang sends in a cross. Blocked. Mondaini clears it away. David Shaw. Broken up. And a nice bit of skill by Juan Yepes. Yepes cut down by Shaw. Lopez plays it short and quick. Over to Zapia. Zapia to Lopez. Headed by Marin. Centering header. Mello can't get to it, but cleared away by Gabby Costa. Chesterman providing pressure. Keeper's off his line. Pops it straight up. Had to do something with it. Able to get it away from the charging Englishman. Cha gets almost a reputation foul there. Not very much contact, but having just gone in for a hard tackle. Get a little bit of a tighter whistle for the next few minutes. Martin Methodist centering with Tizapia. Junior out wide to Federico Frale. Frale's got a little bit of space on the right side. Frale cuts inside. Heavy touch. Finds over to David Shaw. Cha cuts in, drops to Frale. Federico Frale looking for options, plays Junior. Junior first touch cross. Can't find Pedro Mora in the middle. A good effort from Faulkner. Nice build up. And a little bit of a half field offense. Throw in coming in for Juan Yepes. Finds Sulland. And he kicks it straight out of play. Throw in from Marin. Here's Lopez. He'll drop back to Sulland. Yepes. Sulland once more. Found his way around to Brandon Hillis, native of Nashville, Tennessee. Went to Laverne High School. Opposite sides of Nashville proper from where I grew up. Cutting into the middle now, and a shot over the bar. A good effort there. One of the better looks that they've had so far. And Non Thang sends it high. Collado. It's ready to send this down. Matias Cesar ready to check in. Hit away. Zakiri boots it back down towards the keeper. Zanin saves it. Zanin, a little bit of a weird hop there. A lot of topspin on it. Mora shoves him from behind. Pushing upfield now. Mello boots it, but it gets deflected right back. Marin with a nice pass over to Frale. Frale hits it out. Cesar and Mello, the two captains for Faulkner tonight. Frale draws the foul. Carlos Baruca getting set to check on as well. Finds to Mondaini, and he misses everybody. Kicked out once more by Junior. Throw in coming up for Martin Methodist. Returning his thing. Foul called on Evair Jr. A senior from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Played a little bit at University of Science and Arts in Oklahoma before coming over here to Faulkner. Cleared away by Zakiri. And off the effort from Yepes. Through looking for Chesterman. Chesterman can't get his bald head to it. Still a ton of energy, a ton of pressure from Chesterman. High motor for the senior. Foul called on Non Thang. Going under Zakiri a little bit on the header. Collado looking for Cha. Headed out by Martin Methodist. Faulkner throw-in coming up after the subs. Matias Cesar and Carlos Baruca coming on for Pedro Mora and David Cha. Cesar, a senior from Salvador, Brazil, by way of West Hills College, Lemoore. And Carlos Baruca, a freshman from Hoover, Alabama, played at Hoover High School. Cesar, one of the seniors that will be honored on Saturday against Bethel. Baruca wins the second ball. Here's Chesterman on the left side. Sends in a cross. Looking for Frale. Bounces around in the middle. Cleaned up by Martin Methodist. Again, dangerous cross from Faulkner. That's twice that they've sent in. A really, really teasing ball. Outside foot pass from Molnaini. Not the best service from Marin. Cleared away. Junior to Zakiri. Leaves way for Reese Zakiri. He'll send it out wide. Federico Frale takes a touch. Whips in across. Looking far post Baruca. He centers it up. And cleared away. Matias Cesar recovers on the left side. Cesar has a strike, and it's blocked by Kozlowski. Mello watches it out. Throw in for the Eagles. Costa. And Cesar Costa sends in a cross, shielded by Solund. Harold Solund, a sophomore from Fredrikstad, Norway. Collado sent down, headed away. Faulkner has been a team this season that has been so close, been on the edge of so many games, but have fallen just shy in a good number of them, especially in conference play. Only 2 matches this whole season have been multiple goal losses for Faulkner. One of those being to NCAA Division I Belmont. The other one coming at William Carey, 2 set-piece goals for the Crusaders. Every other Faulkner loss has been a 1-goal difference. And oftentimes they've come on set pieces. The last 4 goals Faulkner's given up have been from a dead ball opportunity. Quick play. Lopez finds it over to Dizapia. Out wide for Yepes. Yepes' cross in the middle. And Collado makes the save. Found Thang on the far post. 16:45 remaining. Caio Collado sends it sky high. Chesterman providing pressure. He gets around the defender. Chesterman's got some space on the left side. Sends in a cross. Deflected out for a corner. Had Baruca running in the middle. But drawing a corner there is about as good of a result as Chesterman probably could have hoped for. Cesar to take this one. He has an in-swinging left foot. Zakiri running short. Cross comes in, punched away. Martin Methodist looking to spark a counter. Diagonal ball. Trying to find Kozlowski. Lopez versus Junior finds Kozlowski. Diagonal ball, switching the field once more. Martin Methodist has been extremely good switching the ball so far. Driven across the middle, deflected out for a corner kick. Lopez coming over for this. Lopez sets it. Mario Lopez, a junior from El Manso, Spain. Sends in the cross, overhits everybody. Costa heads it away. Cesar flicks it downfield, throw-in coming up for the Redhawks. Mello to Baruka. Ended up settled by the Redhawks, cycling around now. Benin has a great foot. Mello downfield. Frale providing pressure on Yepes. Yepes sends it up and hit out for a Faulkner throw. Cesar. Gabino Marin, childish Gabino, cuts back. Shot from distance, Cesar, save by Benin. Costa to Mello, back to Baruka. Sent out wide to Yepes. Turning is Tizapia. Or Tizapa. Yepes throws in. Faulkner wins it off the foot of Thang. Thang, a freshman from Myanmar. All corners of the globe here in this game. Cesar takes a hard foul. Backing slowly is Tizapa. Zakiri to Matias Cesar, lays off for Federico Frale. Marin. The throw. Kicked away. Kicks all the way back to Caio Collado. Matias Mello will clean it up, though. 12 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Both teams have had a couple of good looks. A frantic pace to this game. Almost counterintuitive of the 0-0 scoreline. Frale stays on side. Cuts back into the middle. Frale has a left-footed shot blocked. Frale traps. Maintains possession for Faulkner. Mondaini out wide. Costa. He looks to send in a cross. Cuts inside. Costa can't maintain possession. Baruka wins the Faulkner throw in. 11:30 remaining. Costa to throw in. Finds its way to Cesar. Here's Baruka. Baruka whips in a cross. Frale gets over to it. Has option to drop. With 2 on him, and he will. Marin. Up ahead for Federico Frale into some space. Cross driven. Cleared away by the Redhawks. Faulkner still with the pressure on Martin Methodist. Finally able to clear it away. Here's Matias Mello cycling around. He'll drop to Reese Zakiri. Zakiri, worm burner up to Chesterman. Chesterman maintains possession through 2 tackles, has a shot blocked. Chesterman drops to Cesar. Cesar over to Marin. Back to Zakiri. Over, recycle all the way to Caio Collado. Sent downfield. Zakiri heads it. Costa pops it backwards. (1-1) in the second between Bethel and Dalton State. William Carey defeated Florida College in overtime 2-1. Second overtime goal. Jesus Linares coming on. Linares from Albertville, Alabama. He checks on for Drew Bradford. Cross headed or chested away by Marin. Still bouncing around. Mulnaini couldn't find it. Shot from distance. Ambitious from Tizapa. Played at Coleman High School, which is exactly, Coleman is pretty much as close to halfway in between here and Nashville as you can get. A little bit closer to Martin Methodist than it is to Faulkner. Cesar up ahead to Chesterman. Dave Chesterman out wide to Federico Frale. Frale centers to Mulnaini. And it's intercepted. Foul eventually called on Faulkner. Martin Methodist with a chance to settle it down a little bit. Solond sends it downfield, driven on the left side. Mario Lopez. It's past Gabino Marin. Lopez once more off the through ball. Zakiri slides it away. Looking for a cross, getting around is Tizapa. Out for a corner kick. Zakiri tried heading it, still in play. Just crossed the line. Mario Lopez gets set in swinger. Right foot of the Spaniard will be what will send in this cross. Headed away, or this corner, headed out by Martin Methodist, I believe. That attempt. Panine comes away with it now after the long goal kick from Collado. Seeing two goalkeepers who, if this game ends in a tie, propose a formal rule change that we just have them play goalkeeper wars from 100 yards away and see what happens. As both these guys can put it there. Lopez. To Tizapa. Tizapa gets around Mulnaini. Marin wins a hard tackle. Here comes Dave Chesterman down the right side. Chesterman one-on-one, kicked away by Solond. Throw in to Chesterman, popped up, headed. Looking for Frale now from Chesterman. Frale couldn't find anything to do with it. 50-50, won by Martin Methodist initially. Chesterman gets the second ball. Watches out for a throw-in. 5 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. Throw-in looking for Chesterman, headed backwards and caught by the keeper. Dangerous challenge. Or a dangerous clearance effort from Martin Methodist, heading that back on frame. With Francisco Panine there to clean it up. Junior with a pretty clear foul. Comes up a little bit lame. Appeals for a penalty. Not much there. Lopez heads center to near. Zakiri escorts it out. Throw in coming up for Martin Methodist. Lopez finds Marin. Yepes centering, headed down by Mello. Carlos Baruca trying to spark a counter, oversteps the ball. Coming away with it now is Thang. Shielded off by Matias Mello, and out for a throw in. Martin Methodist working on the switch. They complete it there. Yepes taken away by Frale. Federico Frale with some speed. Coming down the right side. Finds Chesterman. Chesterman waiting for some numbers to come. Can't connect with Frale in the middle. Junior wins it back. Ends up earning a throw in. Gabino Marin. Throws to Chesterman. Booted away by the Norwegian. 3:30 remaining. Turning now is Linares. Mello boots it high. Chesterman headed backwards. Cleared away by Brandon Hillis. Costa throws. Cesar drops back to Costa. Gets around the defender. Nifty move. Worm burning cross. Finds Hillis. Martin Methodist a nice back heel pass to maintain possession. Now a long ball. Zakiri gets there first. Plays it out. Throw in for Mario Lopez. To Zappa. Intercepted by Frale, but can't maintain possession. To Zappa back. To Yepes. Yepes on the overlap. Looks first touch cross. Left-footed effort. Overshoots everybody. Thang provides chase and can't keep it in. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the first half. Bethel leads 2-1 over Dalton State now. 19:30 remaining. And if you missed it earlier, Florida College loses 1-0 to William Carey in double overtime, a result that Faulkner very much appreciates, fighting with Florida College for one of those final spots. Cleared away. Florida College currently holds that 6th spot. Martin Methodist in the 5. My memory has served me correctly right now because I just forgot to write that stuff down. Not like it would be important or anything. Terrible broadcasting. I'm sorry about that. Nice move, getting around a couple defenders from Thang. Lopez. Centers, no one there though. Mondaini cuts to the outside. Plays to the right to Cesar. Out for a Faulkner throw and a quick reaction save by one of the Martin Methodist women's team members. And smothered by Panine. 15 seconds remaining. Martin Methodist trying to push for one last attack. Coming up the right side now, Mulnaini applying pressure. He'll intercept it. It'll be out for a throw-in. 6 seconds remaining. Have a shot from distance. Can't find anyone after 1 period of play. 45 minutes down, nothing to separate these two teams. Both have had a couple decent looks. Neither has been able to put one in the back of the net. 45 minutes to separate these two teams. A crucial SSAC matchup here on the Faulkner Sports Network.
We hope you're having a great time listening to some great music here on Game Time. Fans, remember Faulkner University is a tobacco-free campus. We would appreciate if you didn't use any type of tobacco products while on campus today. Another winning song is coming up here on Game Time. Show up for Eagle Pride. Never fail. This is Game Time at Faulkner University.
It's kind of 50-50 right now. They're both kind of in the middle. Florida College loses. Yeah. Yeah. Florida College lost to Will Carey, so that helped us. And what's still hard to think about is that and the Florida College will be combined. Because if that's the case, we're they're sitting at 4 points. They're sitting at 5. They only have the tiebreaker. Yeah. Or they're sitting at 6. 4 and 6, and we have the tiebreaker. Yeah. With Florida College, they'll go to like goal difference. So. But we also. There you go.
Same starting 11 for Faulkner that they started the first half with. Martin Methodist looks like most of the same people they started with. Maybe one or two substitutions. Nothing to separate the two teams so far. Both teams warming back up. Referees warming back up. A frigid night here in Montgomery. Like I said during the women's broadcast, I turned my air on last night while watching the World Series, and I'm going to have to turn my heat on to go to sleep tonight. And just a crazy swing in temperature. Fall just got skipped altogether here in Montgomery. Faulkner will restart. Actually, one switch from the starting lineup. The TSA Czar is on, and Pedro Mora is on the bench to start. Now, Martin Methodist currently in the 5th spot, tied with Dalton State. Dalton State, as of last check, was tied with Bethel. Bethel at 13 points. And that was late in the second, tied at 2. Bethel had a lead twice. Dalton State knotted it up twice. Chesterman intercepts. Finds its way back to Costa. Mello sends it to Frale. Molnaini over to Gabriel Costa. Shielded out, good defense from the Red Hawks. Throw-in coming in from Joseph Hittenregger. Pronounced that guy's name about 3 or 4 different ways already. Collado sends it down looking for Johnny Doan. Eventually settled by Martin Methodist. Chesterman can't control the long ball. Martin Methodist working up the left side now. Lopez's cross caught by Collado. A little bit of catching practice for the Brazilian keeper. Finds Federico Frale. Frale pulls back. Last off of Martin Methodist. Costa's throw in. Ends up with Mario Lopez, but Faulkner wins it back. Junior shielding off a defender, gets it to Cesar. He'll find it over to Frale. Zakiri drops to Collado. Collado boots Doan back to Chesterman. Molnaini ends up playing it out to the left. Frale can't get around the defender. Good back challenge from Bradford. Sent out for a Faulkner throw in by Brandon Hillis. Mello, a nice pullback. Sends it down. Hillis knocks it away. Costa can't find anyone in the middle. Potentially looking for Chesterman on a recovering run. Mello to Zakiri. Chesterman can't get to it. Good defense applied by Solond. Well, Naini, with a flying effort, may have tweaked something in the process. Left side now is Yepes. Marin off the back of Mario Lopez. Throw-in coming up from Yepes. Cycle into the middle, getting around a defender. Mello with a late challenge. Whistled for the foul. Charging was Thang. Tizapa standing over this. Tizapa in a discussion with his teammate, and will eventually talk him into the rights to take it. I believe that's number 10, Kozlowski, who was with him. Kozlowski will form the outside of that wall. Shot from distance. Finds its way through the gate in the back, but not on target. Collado sets up for a goal kick. Faulkner pushed out wide on both sides. Doan can't win it from Yepes. Mello heads it up to Doan. Johnny Doan sends it downfield. Chesterman giving chase. Solon drops back to his keeper, kicked away by Panine. Mulnaini heads it back in. And a push off from Roy Neer, freshman from Israel. Mulnaini looking for Frale. He heads it in, but no one there. Mulnaini cut down hard from behind. Kozlowski receives the talking to. The Faulkner fans wanting a card or a little bit more than just a talking to from the referee. Mulnaini's been instructed to take the hood off of his neck, despite having played the entire first half with it. It's a problem here in the second when it's gotten colder. Mulnaini sends it to the far post, looking for Mello. He heads it center into the hands of Panine. Makes one bounce and will punt it away. Mulnaini wins it back. Cuts to the middle, but loses it to Zappa. He'll play it out wide to Lopez. Lopez cuts middle, flicks it to the far post, centers, knocked away. Good effort from Drew Bradford, a senior from Fayetteville, Tennessee. Frale sends it down looking for Chesterman. He gets his head to it. Chesterman trying to get around the outside. He gets past the defender. Takes a shot and earns a corner kick. Appeals that it went out. It looked really close. Chesterman able to walk the tightrope with the ball and draw a corner. Can Faulkner capitalize on this opportunity? Chesterman with a really strong run down the left side. Mulnaini to send in an in-swinger now. Whips it in. Punched out. Cesar with the shot. And a brilliant save from Panine. Cesar with the half volley. A lot of spin on that ball. Dangerous one for the keeper, but handled it. And kick back in. Faulkner still looking for a little bit of pressure. Martin Methodist relieves a bit of it. Faulkner to throw in real quick. Mulnaini. Back to Zakiri. 35-27 remaining. Dalton State defeats Bethel 3-2. Pushing the Roadrunners currently ahead of Martin Methodist on points as results stand right now. A lot of bodies hitting the ground. Through ball. will be won by Matthias Mello. He'll shield it out. Good defense from the senior. Collado. To send it away. Cesar to Junior. Martin Methodist ends up coming away with it. Mello heads back to his keeper. And Collado maintains it. Nothing there. Chesterman appealing for a push-off. Quick counterattack from Martin Methodist. And stopped by Matthias Mello. Caio Collado tried keeping it in play. Throws it back in. And it's cleaned up and scored by Nan Thang. A huge mistake from Collado. Very uncharacteristic mistake as well. Mondaini has a shot from distance to restart. And the referee hadn't whistled it back into play. He must have thought that the ball had gone out. I can't think of any other reason he would throw that back in. 1-0 Martin Methodist. Headed back by Chesterman. Finds its way to Panine. He'll pick it up. 33-03 after a Bizarro World goal scored by Nan Thang. Junior cuts to the outside. A foul called on Johnny Doan. Faulkner looking a little deflated right now, Martin Methodist. Carrying with a little bit more confidence. Driven. Junior clears it away a little bit. Mondaini finishes it up. Frale cuts back. Looking for Cesar. Header won by Neer. Mello sends it away. Popped away. Headed up high by Marin. Mario Lopez now. Lopez trying to settle. Marin wins it away from him. Just out-muscled him to that ball. Settled by Kozlowski. Chopped down by Mello is DeZappa. A dangerous free kick opportunity for Martin Methodist. This has been one of the struggles of Faulkner's last few games, defending these set pieces, and it strikes again. 2-0 just like that. 2 quick goals for Martin Methodist. Headed down by Harold Solland. Solland, the center back, scores 2-0 Martin Methodist. And Faulkner season very much hanging in the balance. Guilherme Mondaini comes off, as well as Matias Cesar. Cohen Beard and Pedro Mora check on. Beard drops to Zakiri. Collado, low driven. Finds to Frale. Federico Frale coming down the left. Foot race. Rare foot race lost by Frale. Drew Bradford. Providing the wheels. Junior up to Mora. Mora back to Beard. Beard sends it down looking for Chesterman, can't find him. And takes a weird hop. And a weird bounce. Mora gets cut down. Chesterman one-time volley right into the defender. I believe the one getting back there was Brandon Hillis with a goal line clearance. Recovering for the keeper. Lopez charging up. Can he make it 3 to the outside? The shot off the bar. A hard shot from Keselowski. Could have put the game away. Faulkner given a breath of life there. Beard called for the foul. Collado sent downfield looking for Chesterman. Frale ends up with it on the second. Centering to Cohen Beard. Mora out to Frale. Lopez now switch sides. Now at the right. Zakiri creates some space. Plays to Mello. Costa can't keep it in bounds. So as the table sits right now, live standings, Martin Methodist with 12 points, Dalton State with 12 points. And they'll face off Saturday. Keselowski's cross sent away. And Faulkner sitting 6 points back with 1 point. They have 2 matches remaining from Florida College. Down the line to Frale. Federico Frale's cross looking for Chesterman. Not cleared away convincingly. Chesterman looks to send in another one. Drives it. Blocked away. Chesterman fouls the defender, Juan Yepes. Florida College has just 1 more game. Faulkner with 2 more after this. Faulkner would need nothing shy of a Florida College loss in that final matchup should this result hold, and 2 wins against Bethel, and then hope that the tie breaks go in their favor. Offside, or a foul, 1. Ball just kind of skidded away. Faulkner will drop back. Collado drills it downfield. Costa up to Frale. Can't connect with Cohen Beard in the middle. Keselowski with the strong run. Staying up despite two hard tackle attempts. Cycling, trying to find some space. That one's mishit. And a foul's called on the initial goal scorer, non-Thang. Thang applied the pressure, which caused the one-on-one opportunity. And the ball looked like it had maybe gone out. And Collado may have thought that it gone out. Spin move from Tizapa. Zakiri given a yellow card. And a dangerous free kick coming up for Martin Methodist. Looked like Zakiri had gotten a clean tackle on it, gotten all ball. Slid perpendicular to the way that the run was. Standing over this one is Miguel Tizapa, who scored from about this range against Florida College last week. Has a strike. Misses it high. Lucas Villela comes on. Villela, a junior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Headed on by Thang. Here's Tizapa. One-on-one with Collado. His shot off the bar again. 2 times they've pinged the post. Up 2-0. Can Faulkner do something with this newfound life that they've been given twice now? Offsides is Mario Lopez. Collado. Won by Solond. The man who headed home the second. Foul won by Lucas Villela. Ball still rolling, so we'll call it back. Junior standing over this one. Rolls it to his left. One touch from Costa back to Villela. Can't connect with Federico Frale. Zakiri to Chesterman. Chesterman flicks on. Johnny Doan providing chase to it. Yepes turns. He wins it. And Doan called for the foul. Solond kicks it. Lopez looks for Thang. Zakiri gets the throw. Leave it for Gabino Marin. Chesterman finds Mora. Pedro Mora for Federico Frale. Good idea. Appeals for a handball from Frale. Coming the other way Martin Methodist intercepted by Junior. Villela with a gorgeous pullback move creates some space, looking for Mora now, can't find him. Heard that ball hit the chest of Matias Mello from up here. Couldn't feel good. Kozlowski out to Lopez. Overlapping. Yepes sends in a cross, blocked, and headed out. Corner kick coming up for Martin Methodist. Florida College plays a shot. Looks like it took a deflection off Reese Sakiri, who's down on the ground holding his face. A lot of chaos down there in the box. Corner kick coming up once more. Florida College plays Mobile on Saturday in Temple Terrace. Sends in a cross. Marin drives it away. Pedro Mora settles. Drops the defender. Here comes Dave Chesterman. Chesterman finds Doan's foot. Couldn't settle. Junior wins it back. Looking for Pedro Mora. Solland wins it. And Mora is called for the foul. Costa sends it away. Junior's fouled. Zakiri shoves Mario Lopez away. He needs to be careful on a yellow card. Mello over to Zakiri. Gabino Marin now. Faulkner working the back, trying to find their space to attack. Mello found a crease he liked, misplayed it. Turning is Mora. Ends up at the feet of Solland. I don't think he even knew it was there for a second. Through ball looking for Nanfang. Shielded by Mello. Mello gets a little bit of a push from Thang and is on the ground. Hopefully Mello's okay. He's hobbling a little bit. Referee may have retroactively called it a foul, considering that he allowed Mello to stay on despite stopping the clock. Out of play. And Carlos Baruco will come on for Johnny Doan. And Mello's back down again. Fought extremely hard to get back to this point. Andre Mazarregos comes on for him. Mello struggling to get off the field. Villela heads it. Finds Frale. Back to Villela. Chesterman turning. One of their captains down 2 goals. Off of a very unusual mistake. And a quick set piece goal. How much does Faulkner have left in the tank? Marin. Faulkner can't settle. They'll work up the left side. Will the Redhawks? Out wide for Drew Bradford. Bradford working against Gabriel Costa. He'll drop back to Hitteriger. Slid out by Andre Mazarregos. Defender from Enterprise, Alabama, by way of Enterprise High School. Lopez to take quick. Lopez whips it in, headed on. Collado makes the stop, looks to spring a counter, boots it long, looking for Pedro Mora. Chest control to Frale, looking for Chesterman. Throw in coming up for the Eagles. 14:51 remaining. Overthrows Mora. And Mora is whistled for the fouls. Holland goes down. Or Solland goes down. Panine kicks it away. Tizapa with a nice cross. Getting around Marin, and a shot from Bradford. Saved by Collado. Corner kick coming up. Mario Lopez. Lopez sets. 3 in the box for Martin Methodist. Another couple charging towards it. Far post. Solend heads it towards the middle. Villela clears it not very far. Martin Methodist recovers the second. Gabino Marin whistled for the foul. Lopez standing over this one. Lopez plays it short to Zappa with a shot blocked by Zakiri. Bradford now back on the right side. Chops poked away by Costa. Costa drew it off of Bradford, gets the throw in for Faulkner. 12:20 remaining. And Tizapa just went flying through the air. Ball goes long. Solend hits it high. Baruka overruns it, chases back, settles, drops to Marin. Mazarregos. Solend heads it. Villela plays it to Chesterman. Chesterman has it go and scores! Dave Chesterman with a laser from outside the box. Dave Chesterman has brought Faulkner within one. A fantastic strike from the Englishman. The senior captain spurring his team on. Firing up the crowd. 2-1. New life in this game for Faulkner. First goal Faulkner scored in 3 weeks. And it couldn't come at a more opportune time. Can they find another one in the next 11 minutes and 38 seconds? Villela with the assist. Mazarregos heads it out. Martin Methodist scored both their goals very quickly. Can Faulkner do the same? Bradford taking his time. Tizapa whips in across. Collado catches it. Collado rolls to Lucas Villela. Villela up ahead to Carlos Baruca. Baruca can't find Chesterman. Lopez comes away with it. Gabino Marin forces it out. Throw in for the Redhawks. 10:40 remaining. Faulkner wins the second. Mazarregos turns it over. Junior with a bad touch back into the middle, but snuffs it out. Forces it back into Faulkner's possession. Lucas Villela in the middle with some space. Through ball looking for Pedro Mora. Played out by Joseph Hinneregger. Throw in to Frale. Cleared into the middle. Kicked away. Reese Zakiri watches it out for a Faulkner throw. Costa throws into Villela. Pops it up. Lopez finds Bradford. Thang can't get around Zakiri. Zakiri forces it off the leg of Bradford. Throw in from Frale right into Tizapa. Villela wins it back. Will actually whistle a foul. One challenge with Carlos Baruca. Costa out to Pedro Mora. Too heavy for Federico Frale to give chase. Zakiri boots it up. Mora to Baruca. Can't settle. Couldn't really ever gain his footing. Mazaregos, the through ball looking for Dave Chesterman. Chesterman on the right side. Sends it in the middle. Popped up high. Mora gets to it. Faulkner still providing a chance here. Lucas Villela cuts to the left side. Has a cross. Popped sky high by the Norwegian center back. Villela back to Gabino Marin. Marin spinning. Finds Zakiri. Villela shields it out for a Faulkner throw. Costa. Down the line, Frale touches it out. Martin Methodist will retake over possession. A bad pass in the middle. Evair Jr. loses possession. Forces a little bit of gets a little bit of pressure on it, enough for a bad pass. Mazaregos to Marin. Now to Lucas Villela. Overran by Tizapa. Frale to Costa. Can't find him, but they'll win another throw in. Actually, they'll say it went off of a Faulkner defender, despite not really anyone being in the area of the ball. Headed towards Villela. Villela gets around one defender, gets around the second, creating a little bit of space. Costa to Chesterman, looking for Pedro Mora. Kicked away. Throw in for Faulkner. The Eagles putting a lot of pressure on the Redhawks right now. Hasn't really turned into any shots. Junior gets it off the face of Bradford. High looping cross. Chesterman fouls the keeper. Panine kicks it away. Marin. Yepes sends it back down. Zakiri heads it not too far down. Junior flicks it on. Mazaregos mishits that one. Martin Methodist with the throw in deep in Faulkner territory. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Faulkner pushing for one goal to force overtime. Martin Methodist trying to hold on to a one-goal lead, possibly add some insurance. Thang back to Lopez, intercepted by Villela. Vilella's clearance falls right to Martin Methodist. Mazaregos finds Villela. He'll try Chesterman. Chesterman tried leaving for Mora. A little bit too much for him to get to, though. Goal kick coming up for Faulkner. 4:38 remaining. Collado looking for Chesterman. Headed back. Frale leaves for Mora. Mora can't get around the defender Hillis. cycle all the way around to Collado once more. Looking for Bradford. Bradford goes down pretty easily. Not much contact from Mora. Getting around the defender is Kozlowski. Centering. Mazaregos pops it away. Junior commits a foul. Free kick coming up for Martin Methodist. 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Lopez in no rush to get to it. But he'll take it quick. Trying to catch Faulkner's defense setting up. Collado there to pick it up. Here comes Carlos Baruca. He's got a lot of space in front of him. Baruca out wide to Chesterman. Chesterman cuts inside. Blocked. Ends up with Mora on top of the box. 6 red shirts around Mora. And despite 6 people being around him, he's the last one that it goes off of. Two minutes, 40 seconds for Faulkner to find an equalizer. Benin picks it up. A full allotment of 6 seconds. Ends up with Zakiri. Step over. Zakiri is broken up by Bradford. Bradford will take it to the corner flag. Zakiri pokes it free. 2 minutes remaining exactly. Throw in to the flag. To Zappa. Plays it out. Faulkner with the throw in. Minute 43 remaining. Looking for Frale. Can't find him. Booted long. Collado is ready for a goal kick. Minute 30 remaining. Gabino Marin. Looking for Chesterman. Solland has been a force back there. Not been able to get past him much at all. And currently has what would be the game-winning goal. Villela. To Mora. Lucas Villela. Costa. Intercepted. Coming the other way now is Kozlowski. Thang. Cut down by Zakiri. Mora up ahead for Chesterman. Caught by Panine. About 12 seconds later, ball is still in his hand, and he kicks it away. Throw in for Faulkner, 20 seconds remaining. Last gasp for the Eagles, looking for Junior. Evair Jr. turns it over. Martin Methodist can't fully clear it away. Here's Lucas Villela, 9 seconds remaining. Villela cutting to the outside. Can't find Frale. 4 seconds remaining. Villela has a shot from distance. And Martin Methodist takes a crucial 2-1 win. Faulkner needs 2 wins and some help to make the SSAC tournament now. A couple of mental miscues from Faulkner. A lone bright spot for Faulkner, a brilliant goal from Dave Chesterman. But a 2-1 loss here in an SSAC contest. Faulkner still looking for its first SSAC win. And they face Bruton Parker, or when they face Bethel on Saturday. And they'll head to Middle Georgia on Tuesday. Thank you for joining us tonight. Until next time, God bless. Go Eagles.